Hey, Jeremy at the Acoustic Shoppe for another Unboxed. Today we're going to be talking about the 300 series from Eastman. This is my favorite go-to mandolin for anyone looking to get that first instrument that they don't want to break the bank. Mandolins can be a little bit more expensive than most guitars because there's so much hand-carved work that goes into them. Especially Eastman, these are all hand-carved instruments. But they have come up with this 300 series that is very affordable. It has a little less of the binding on the fingerboard and around the back and sides, but and also it does a matte finish. But it's still an incredible sounding instrument for that price range. I haven't found a better one, and I challenge anybody to do so. You're officially challenged to find a better sounding and playing mandolin for under $500. This is the 305. It is an A-style mandolin. That just means for people new to mandolin, it doesn't have the big scroll or the points on it that we'll be showing here in a moment. Just a great sounding mandolin. Most of my students, when they first start with me, ask, what would you recommend for an entry model mandolin that's not going to cost me a whole lot of money in case I don't stick with it. And I tell them, well, if you're going to work with me, I hope you're going to stick with it. But you won't find a better mandolin than the 305. It competes with a lot of F models that I've played. Notes clear all the way up the neck. The frets, the action is set very well on it. It's got a radius fingerboard, something you don't normally find on, again, an entry model instrument. These aren't CNC machine instruments. They are still hand carved. So that means somebody is going through, when they're carving the top, taking a little wood off of it, they actually tap that top on there and find kind of the dead spots in the wood, and then carve a little bit more off to get a very resonant top and back. So it takes a lot of effort, but still they're putting that into a mandolin that is affordable with a bone nut. This 305 is one of my favorites. Now I'll tell you about the 315, which is the same model in an F-style. This is the MD300 from Eastman. This is the F-style version of the 300 series. As you see, it's very similar. It's got the same natural finish, the satin finish on it. It has the binding just along the top of it. So nothing real flashy about the instrument, but it's a great sounding and playing entry model instrument. So they chose to put the extra expense into building one that sounds and plays great and not one that's so flashy looking, which I am very thankful for, because we are all about finding the best playing and sounding instruments. As you can hear, compared to the A-style, an F-style mandolin projects a little bit more. The notes have a little bit more separation and clarity. So that's partly why I think people in bluegrass prefer them. That and the fact that Bill Monroe popularized it. But when you're playing with a banjo and a fiddle and a guitar and you got a lot of stage volume, you kind of need an instrument that's going to compete with them and kind of stand out. F-styles seem to provide that extra cutting tone to them. Because of that extra work that goes into all the carving of the scroll and the points, there's quite a few more hours into building one. So the price does go up to $700 on this series. But still, in an F-style mandolin, again, I challenge anyone to find one that sounds and plays better in that price range. I've been looking for a while because I always want to offer good options to new students, or anyone just asking me what is the best mandolin I can get for the best price, and I haven't found one better than this 300 series. In the 300 series from Eastman, they also have an oval hole version of both the A-style and F-style. So instead of having these two F-holes on them, they have an oval hole in the middle, which is much more reminiscent of the early Gibson mandolins. This is the F-style oval hole. This is a 314. As you can see, now that instead of these two F-holes, you have just the one single oval hole. What that does is it leaves a lot more surface area on this top to resonate, and it kind of forces the tone more from the top and through that oval hole in the center, which it tends to make a much more mellow tone. For me, it almost sounds like the sound is getting trapped inside the mandolin a little bit and creating its own reverb chamber. So it almost sounds like the instrument's kind of going through its own reverb processor. Again, if you're not playing with a large band and you're not having to compete with volume and clarity, then these are much more soft and sweet sounding. That's why, again, a lot of Celtic players prefer the oval hole in an A-style or an F-style, and a lot of classical players will too if you're a solo artist. They don't need to project quite as much, so they have just a little bit more warmth to their tone. I said, that comes in both the A style and the F style. So check these out if you get a chance. They are the best sounding instrument I've found under $1,000 in either the F or under $500 for the A style. If you're looking for that first mandolin, a starter instrument that you want to make sure that the instrument is not going to hold you back, but is going to help you in your learning to play it, or if you're looking for a second instrument to take on the road and not worry about when you go on camping trips, then both these F-style and A-style 300 series from Eastman are my favorite mandolins to recommend. So check them out at the Acoustic Shoppe. Go to our website, theacousticshoppe.com, or any chance you get a chance to play one, I think you'll agree. And if anybody has taken me up on my challenge, I look forward to seeing what you offer as a good alternative. But so far, this is the greatest mandolin I've found in that price range.